Welcome to our 25 days of Christmas home tour series here at Living It Country. Today, for the very first time, we are sharing a brand new account here on YouTube. We are featuring Christy at the Cottage Revival on Instagram, and I am so excited. Christy has been featured in magazines. She is a master tablescaper, and you guys just have to check out her Instagram. It is so inspiring. So without further ado, let's welcome Christy here today and tour her cozy Christmas home.
Hello friends, how are you? My name's Christy and I'm from here at the Cottage Revival. We're here in Dublin, Ohio, and I'm here to share my cozy Christmas home. Holly so graciously invited me to be on her Living It Country Christmas edition, and I cannot wait to show you, so let's get started. And I wanted to share with you guys, you see this framed Christmas art I did as a DIY last year on Instagram. I'm just in love with this. Actually, my husband helped me do it, and it's all vintage jewelry that we did together as a team actually and put this project together. And an old vintage frame that I had thrifted, and I'm just really in love with how it turned out. And this is also actually a cabinet, an old pie cabinet that I refurbished, and we had gotten it on Marketplace for $75, I believe, and my husband fell in love with it because he's a beekeeper, and that is now his honey cabinet. So that's what we store all the honey in for the spring and fall season. I got the pleasure of being able to work with King of Christmas this year, and got a beautiful 7.5 foot noble fir. It's so pretty. I love how delicate and just real that it looks. And I added all these vintage ornaments. I believe the only ornaments that are not thrifted or vintage are these I had gotten at Home Goods, but everything else is vintage. This is actually a faux fireplace because we are in the midst of remodeling and doing different things to our home right now. This is a faux fireplace that my husband and I built together, and I had actually found this on Marketplace, and we added to it a little bit to build it in so it looked like it was built into the wall, so it looked as real as we could. And I just absolutely love it, and I'm so thankful I come across that piece. Share also that the space here where my coffee table is, we will be adding a vintage sofa that we're repurposing also. We've got it all stripped down to the bare, and we're going to be adding all new fabric, and I can't wait to add that special piece to this room. And then as we go this way, we're moving into my cozy little dining room. And I've actually got my table set up here today for a tablescape that I'm actually going to be doing on Instagram. I'll show you a little bit of that. This piece over here is a French buffet that I had found on Marketplace that I paid about, I believe, $75 for too, and I refinished it. It was in not too bad a shape, but I love that white, so I gave it a little bit of my touch. This beautiful large hutch that my husband and I have found too on Marketplace. I only paid, you won't believe it, $75 for that beauty. I've treasured it for the last several years. Really enjoyed it. And this is actually a little gingerbread house that I have put together today for my tablescape. If you guys are ever interested and you want to go give me a follow on Instagram, I do lots of tablescapes. I'm a tablescape stylist. Love that beautiful Holy Night pillow, go check out Nesta Petals on Instagram. She does beautiful, beautiful pieces, and they're all hand stitched. Right here is one of my favorite places at my home. I use this every day. This is my coffee bar, and my husband and I actually, he helped me put this together too. He's the hands-on construction person in the family. I do a lot of upcycling, and I've actually hand painted furniture for many, many years, but he's the wood guy, and he does and helps me do all of those things. So we pieced this piece together. I had bought that vintage dresser on Marketplace, and then we had added, different pieces that we had found just to make it the beauty that it is today. But we really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I'm the tea drinker and the coffee drinker in the family, so. Okay, now we're in my kitchen. I just wanted to show you right over here to the right is a vintage door that we have put up. We're trying to add those beautiful features throughout our home. And this is a vintage butcher block. We actually added the butcher block. The base is vintage that my husband and I have found this piece at an auction. And I refinished the bottom just to give it the feel of the style of our home. and we have purchased a butcher block piece to add to the top. And then this is our island, and this is what I use basically a lot for cookies, DIYs, you name it, about everything. And it's really a lifesaver right now until we get to remodeling our kitchen, which I'm hoping is going to be here in the spring, summertime is our plan. So I'm really excited about that. So here we go. I really enjoy at Christmas time just adding all the nostalgic feels here at my butcher block and my coffee bar, because as you can tell, I'm very cottage French country, and I do love all the neutrals and just those classic colors. But this is where I really have a lot of fun. I love to add Santa mugs, and all my friends would have to agree that I have way more mugs than I need, but it's one of those things that you just cannot stop buying. Okay, we're right at the end of my kitchen, right where my granite island is. And I love just adding beautiful touches for the holiday season. Leads right into my living room right here. This tray, raised tray, I actually made this out of a 5-panel door just right before Christmas here, and I actually made one for my dining room table in there. And I just love adding these trays for, you know, just to enhance all the holiday decor accents that you put in different places. And these little guys here are actually thrifted, and I refinished them in a baking soda and paint mixture to give them that concrete look. Like I said, you can always follow me on my Instagram and just check out what I'm doing. And I'm actually just such a candle lover too. This is a Divine candle from Havenberry Vintage. Praline and caramel. It smells so good. Okay, right here I have a vintage cabinet that I got in a marketplace. Surprise, surprise. I love finding pieces and upcycling. It's been something I've just done my whole life. Put a little vintage suitcase and vignette up there on top. Just all those neutral, beautiful colors that I like to use. This is one of those pieces that I had down in my basement for probably about 15 years, I would have to say. And I've been so busy with clients and painting furniture in the prime of my business. And I finally got to this, and I thought, you know what, this would just be the perfect accent piece beside my chair. It's not your ordinary side table. It just has so much character and beauty, and I just didn't want it to go to waste. And I'm really excited how it turned out. also another fireplace that I had found on Marketplace. It was out of an old farmhouse originally, and I had bought it off of a gal. And all of that vintage brick that we laid when we actually just did this fireplace last summer. And my husband had went from somebody on Marketplace also that was selling from an old vintage kitchen at their home, and they wanted to get rid of all the brick and take the building down. So my husband went and got all of that original brick, and that's what we made our fireplace with here. We had a masonry come in and do that part for us. And then my husband had rebuilt this fireplace so it would all fit, because it actually, you know, being as old as it is, you know, over 100 years old, they're much smaller than what we have now. So he had to add and replicate something a little bit bigger. Actually another DIY that I just did not too long ago. I have a friend of mine, she's actually at Cozy Vintage Life, and she's on Instagram also, and she had given me this violin. She had lived at one point in time in Germany with her husband. Her husband's in the military, and she had given me this violin. So I was so excited, and I did this DIY with it for Christmas. I really love how it turned out. Right there on the wall. It's all completely vintage frame and oil painting, and I was so excited the day I found that because of all the neutralness to it, and the florals are white, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, this is so me, and that is just my favorite ever that I've found so far that I had thrifted, I believe, at a Goodwill. Okay, let's go out and visit my sunroom. This is one of my absolute favorite parts of my home. I treasure this space. I love decorating it for all of the seasons. I enjoy it so much. I do many tablescapes out here, and yes, even in the wintertime when it's 25 degrees, this gal's out here doing that. Like I said, I do that a lot on Instagram, but I just cannot pass it up. I just enjoy it and love it so much. This is my farm table and Windsor back chairs. And that bench right there, actually, I got in a Marketplace for $20, and I just refinished it this summer. You guys can go check that out too. It was just the perfect piece, and I pretty much got the finish dead on to meet the top of the table. I was really excited about that. Here's an old cupboard that I had gotten on Marketplace as well that I refinished. An original French chandelier that I was so excited to find. absolutely love getting this beautiful green chippy door out every Christmas, just to add it in different spaces. There's just something said about chippy goodness like that. And these little green trees, I just did this DIY on my Instagram. Those bases are from a Goodwill that I just refinished in my style, and I added the trees to the top after I was quite crafty with those. Like I said, if you want to see that, you can jump over there and check it out. I decided to go with some red and greens this year out on my porch instead of sticking with the neutral. Well, I hope you enjoyed this part of my porch, and now I'm gonna go out and show you the back deck right here, and then the last area I'll be showing you is my vintage shed, and I can't wait to show you, and let's go. Okay, here's my outdoor porch that's attached to my sunroom. And I actually, right over there is where I keep my herb garden, close to the door where I can jump out when I'm cooking and grab some things. And then I added a little bit of a wreath and greens right there at the corner. Usually I have something, a flower that I get in the summer, and I have it sat in a pot up on top of that, and it grows up the vintage ladder. But I just love adding different touches throughout the season. And I added some greens here, and my copper flower box, I added lots of greens, and decided to add a real tree here this Christmas because I just loved it. I hope you enjoyed this space. I'll see you out by the shed. Hello, last stop. I just wanted to let y'all see our vintage shed that we have brought onto our property from here in Dublin. It's a historical piece. We have enjoyed having this so much, and we use it for so many things. I use it as my garden shed, and we actually just added in this planting station area this summer, and I'm really excited. It's coming along. I'm actually going to be redoing the inside of this shed too. My plans are for next summer. I cannot wait. I hope you love the special Christmas touches I put on it, and I just enjoy having it, you know, something to do with it every Christmas season. It's so much fun. And I just wanted to let you know that if you want to give me a follow at the Rose Cottage Revival on Instagram and check out all the things that I'm up to, I'd love that. And I just want to thank Holly and for being able to be a part of Living It Country in the Christmas edition. And yeah, so have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
I hope you all loved Christy's beautiful home tour today. Let me know your favorite part in the comments below, and I will see you guys later on Living It Country. Bye.